and tight, and you know, I think it should suit me, but as I say, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Weather conditions at the Gosford Showground Speedway inclement, to say the very least. Heavy rain right throughout the day, and as a result, spectator numbers down here. Dennis Newland now joins me in the commentary box. A tremendous event coming your way, and event one not far away from a start, with Lee Adams in the red helmet colour.
Yeah, it's great to see him here, Dave, and I'm sure he'll go well tonight.
He certainly will. Shane Parker, one to watch out for in the blue helmet colour. He started beside Lee Adams. Here they come down the back straight for the first time. Lee Adams got a blistering start. Already leads Shane Parker all the way from South Australia by a good 5 metres back onto the main section for the first time round. A pretty good race up front. A good race also for the minor placings. Ian Wedgwood and one of the young stars in Australian Speedway, Craig Watson, battling away. In the meantime, though, the triple national champion Lee Adams is showing this field what it's all about. Certainly has the 500cc motorcycle working to perfection. Shane Parker, though, in second spot, making a pretty good race out of it, though. He hasn't dropped off the pace. He'd only be behind Lee Adams by about 5 metres. You can see the gap there. Adams negotiates the top couple of corners one more time. The yellow flag will be on display this time round, signifying 1 lap to run. There it goes now on display by Graham Stewart. And Lee Adams, barring mechanical failure, is going to be very hard to run down in this one. Lifting the front wheel down the back section. He picked up some drive there. Parker coming back on the inside. It will be too late, though. Adams takes the checker in a nice ride.
Yeah, good performance there. Also, Shane Parker coming in second, and Ian Wedgwood, down on the racetrack there. Bad luck for Ian Wedgwood, officially placed third in that one, but no doubting the race winner, Lee Adams.
Bad luck for Wedgwood, Dennis. He went across the line, clipped the handlebar on the fence. Recapping them for you, though, Adams, Parker, Wedgwood ultimately finishing third on his backside, and a pretty brisk race time as well. Now advancing to the next event, event number 2 in this, the O'Brien Aluminium Solo Masters at the Gosford Showground Speedway, one of the newest racetracks in Australia, and purpose-built for speedway motorcycles, solos and sidecars. Stephen Davies in red, Vesa Lind from Finland in blue, Matthew Poole, and on the extreme outside, young Adam Shields in the yellow helmet colour. Stephen Davies, a 3 times winner of the prestigious New South Wales Championship. He got a great start, Davies, one of the most exciting riders to put on a helmet. Vesa Lind, the Finnish sensation, moves up on the inside, trying to make a race out of this one. They start to sort themselves out. Racetrack fairly slick, Dennis.
Oh, yes, it is. And we watch now Stephen Davies going down into the back straightaway here at Gosford. And his British League experience really coming to the fore here. Of course, this Gosford Showground Speedway, very similar to the British League tracks over in England and Europe.
Vesa Lind now making a charge on the outside. This one is far from over. The Novocastrian Stephen Davies rides down the back section full of running. There's only a couple of metres separating first and second, though. The rider from Finland, Vesa Lind, who's had plenty of international experience, is going to apply plenty of pressure in the closing lap of this event. Yellow flag now on display. There's 1 lap to run, and Davies now starting to feel the pressure. Vesa Lind closing dramatically there. Back straight away now for the final time. Davies is a narrow race leader. Here comes Vesa Lind on the extreme outside. They're very tightly packed. Across the line, Davies got there.
Yes, he did, but Vesa Lind, one of the fine young prospects coming out of Finland, and showed his class there by pressing Davies all the way to the checkered flag. A good win going out to Stephen Davies.
And we're back shortly with more from Gosford. On Castrol Speed Machine, you're watching highlights of the O'Brien Aluminium International Solo Speedway Masters from Gosford Showground Speedway. I'm David Tapp. Joining me is Dennis Newland, one of Australia's most respected speedway journalists.
Thanks, David. Well, certainly we're seeing some great action here tonight at the Gosford Showground Speedway. Craig Boyce, the man to watch in this one, the current New South Wales solo champion and former Australian solo champion. He's going on the inside in the red helmet colour.
Yes, a class act. Craig Boyce, captain of the Poole team in Division 1 British League. 4 laps the journey here, and the rider from Moorebank in Sydney, Craig Boyce, got a great start. I'll tell you what, it's helter-skelter for the minor placings. They're all over the racetrack, but already, Dennis, Craig Boyce asserts his superiority.
Oh, absolutely, David. The man is brilliant on a speedway motorcycle around this Gosford Showground Speedway. And look at him there, he's all class as he heads down onto the back straightaway. And as you say, a battle now for the minor placings.
Lee Finance has the best of it in the blue helmet. Here he comes, Finance, under siege from young Ty Platt, second-generation racer. A good battle for second and third. Craig Boyce, there he is, your race leader on screen. He'd lead easily now by 30 or 40 metres, lifting the front wheel as he picks up some drive. Ty Platt storming down on the inside of Lee Finance. They are elbow to elbow onto the top corner, but Ty Platt gets through.
Oh, yeah, this is a big ride by young Ty Platt. They're the son of former rider Cess Platt, as we watch Craig Boyce do a wheelie down into turn number 3.
Class act Craig Boyce, one corner now to negotiate. Checkered flag on display, and he takes a very comfortable win. Ty Platt will finish second after a very aggressive ride from him. Lee Finance in third spot, race time 64.03.
Oh, yes, David, no doubting the race winner, Craig Boyce, former Australian solo champion, magnificent ride.
Now the very talented Stephen Davies returns Dennis Newland in the white helmet. That's him on screen. Sponsored by Hasty Tasty, the lunch truck company. Shane Parker also returns to the fold, all the way from South Australia. Parker will ride in yellow. They are certainly the two to watch out for here. Davies in white, Parker in yellow. Another 4-lap journey. Valuable points up for grabs. Points allocated on a 3-2-1 basis, first, second and third. In this, the O'Brien Aluminium Masters. Set for a start, clutches fly, so too does the dirt, and so too does Stephen Davies. He goes to the race lead immediately on settling down. Shane Parker very quickly out of the pack. He settles down in second spot, now pursuing the race leader, Stephen Davies, but already Davies in control.
This will be a good race, this one, David, as we watch Stephen Davies, but he's being hounded all the way by young Shane Parker from South Australia, one of the really fine young prospects on the Australian solo scene, in actual fact been running for a number of seasons and based in the British League.
Obviously Shane Parker riding for Ipswich in the British League and recently won the South Australian Speedway solo title. He's well credentialed here against the 3 times New South Wales champ Stephen Davies, who really is an exciting prospect. Off turn 4 now for Stephen Davies. Yellow flag on display. There's 1 lap to go. Can Shane Parker bridge the deficit inside the distance? He makes a big rush now. They're only separated by 1 metre down the back straight for the final. Vesselin, the Finnish rider, he's riding in the white helmet. Mick Poole, we call him Mr. Excitement up here on the Central Coast. He bounces straight to the race lead, and not surprisingly, Vesselin quickly into second spot.
Yes, Mick Poole, a former New South Wales solo champion, will have his work cut out this time by young Vesselin. There he is, he's hounding Mick Poole down into turn number 2, but Mick Poole sticking to the task and doing a beautiful job as they race down the back straightaway.
Vesselin, very determined rider, even though Mick Poole's got the break. Lynn's not going to give up without a fight. Now just watch Mick Poole in front. Look at the style of this guy. One of the smoothest riders ever to get on a 500cc speedway machine. Dennis, he makes riding these bikes look easy.
Well, he's poetry in motion, David. Absolutely brilliant performance. He knows this Gosford Showground Speedway so well. And, of course, many years' experience riding for the Peterborough Club in the British League. But this year, we'll be riding for the Oxford Cheetahs side in British League competition.
Doing a fantastic job, Mick Poole. A couple of corners now to negotiate. Vesselin cannot win. It's Mick Poole off turn 4. Checkered flag for him.
And young Vesselin there, not to be outdone, a great performance in second placing. And the experienced Ian Wedgwood coming in third place, and the time 62.15 seconds.
Yes, indeed. And we're coming back with sidecars on the other side of this. Nice to have your company wherever you might be watching. Welcome back to the Gosford Showground Speedway. Something a little different now coming your way. I refer to the Speedway sidecars. Dennis Newland, many people regard these guys as being the undisputed heroes of Australian motor racing.
Well, they're one of the most exciting categories of Australian speedway racing, and always spectacular.
They certainly are. 1,045 cc's racing, and it's Grant Bond that takes the race lead. Now keep your eye on the guy running second in the green, yellow and red letters. Second generation star, young Mark Griffith, the find of the season in sidecar racing. This is his first year, and he already has made some very big dents in some large reputations, Dennis.
Oh, he has indeed, the son of the very experienced Greg Griffiths, and you can watch Mark Griffiths there now going in hard on the inside there. A real good performance as we watch the sidecars negotiate the tight Gosford Showground Speedway.
Okay, a couple of laps left to run. A good race here, in fact, a cracking motor race. Grant Bond race leader. 1 metre separates them. Here comes young Griffiths down on the inside line. He's got plenty of time. He'll need to just keep it all together. Oh, makes a mistake there. Runs up high on the circuit, hence enables Grant Bond to jump away. He now enjoys a comfort zone of about 10 metres, I suppose, inside the last racing lap. And Grant Bond certainly in no danger of defeat. Well, young Griffo was making a big race out of it. One mistake, that's all it takes. And Grant Bond is going to cruise to a fairly easy victory here. Checkered flag on display for him. Griffiths will finish second, and coming home in third is Paul Slade.
Yes, race time there of 69.06 seconds, and such is the tough competition. one mistake, as you said, by Mark Griffiths really cost him the race.
Pure motor racing. These sidecars have got a lot of horsepower. They're fairly high-tech these days. A lot of Kevlar and lightweight materials being used. That's John Pitt, the New Zealander, on screen with his passenger. That is Greg Griffith in the blue helmet, the father of young Mark that you saw racing in the previous event. Peter Bennett lines up here also in the yellow helmet. An exciting rider, one to watch. And over on the inside in red, it's Dennis Pobjoy, the wily old veteran of the sidecar set. Unfortunately, not many spectators here tonight. It's been pouring rain all day, and the weather still doesn't look very good, I can assure you. Racing now, and Pobjoy, the veteran, got a great start. Greg Griffith moves up track. Now barnstorming through in the centre is Peter Bennett. He'll move up on the inside of Dennis Pobjoy and hound the life out of that rider. Peter Bennett, fairly controversial, Dennis.
Oh, yes, indeed. One of the young chargers on the Australian sidecar scene, and really going to work hard here now as he runs down hard on the tail of Dennis Pobjoy. That's Peter Bennett in the yellow helmet colour.
Here he comes, Bennett, now moving up on the inside of Dennis Pobjoy. They're side by side up the main straight. I think Bennett might move him up. Yes, indeed, that's the way it's panned out. And Bennett takes the race lead about 1.5 laps from home. Dennis Pobjoy not done with just yet, to his great credit. He fights back on the inside line. He's hoping and praying that Bennett will go in a little bit too hot onto one of these corners and wash up track, just as exactly what happened to him a couple of laps ago. But Bennett, in the meantime, starts to increase the lead now, and this one is certainly all over bar the shouting. Bennett, a couple of corners left to negotiate, will take a very easy win. Pobjoy will finish second, and that's the way it works as they cross the line.
That was a beautiful inside pass by Peter Bennett there. Dennis Pobjoy officially placed second. Coming in third was John Pitt. The race time 67.20 seconds.
Pretty good time there, in fact, 67.20, more than respectable for 4 laps of sidecar fury. A great race now comes your way, event 8. As we work our way towards the finale in the O'Brien Aluminium Masters, Shane Parker from South Australia lines up in red. Craig Boyce, 3 times winner of the New South Wales title, and as Dennis correctly said, former Australian champion, also lines up in this one. These 500cc bikes, single cylinder, overhead cam, running on methanol with a caster base oil. They're racing now about 80 kilograms. They're very fast motorcycles with no brakes. Shane Parker and Craig Boyce already putting on a great show side by side.
Oh, great one, this one. A great race looming this time with Shane Parker on the outside, Craig Boyce down low on the inside. There's nothing between them as they go into turn number 1. Craig Boyce getting the advantage onto the back straightaway. But a great race this one. Here comes Shane Parker again on the inside.
Yes, he's not going to give up easily. Boyce, race leader, only a couple of metres now separates first and second. Boyce is well aware of the fact that Shane Parker is going to hound him on the inside. Parker storming down on the low line now. He pushes Boyce up track a little bit, but Craig Boyce has got plenty of horsepower, very quick out of turn 2. That enables him to jump away. They head onto the main straight. They'll see the yellow flag this time round. This is the best race of the night so far by a long, long way. They are side by side, inseparable, almost swapping paint down the back section. Who will it be? Boyce, the New South Walesman, or Shane Parker, the South Aussie rider, onto the main straight, absolutely locked together. Boyce got there by an inch.
Oh, superb ride that time. Both riders there. A great performance. Craig Boyce taking the win. Shane Parker second. Ian Wedgwood third. A magnificent ride by both competitors. And certainly Shane Parker trying to get every ounce of horsepower out of that machine.
Very slick racetrack, but they're coming to terms with it very quickly. A great show put on by 2 of the country's leading riders. And we can expect more of the same here as Stephen Davies returns.
Yes, Stephen Davies, former New South Wales solo champion, and one of the very talented men that goes around here each and every weekend at the Gosford Showground Speedway. Ty Platt, Peter Pano, and of course Veselin from Finland also in this one. This will be a great race too, David.
Veselin, he's ran a couple of strong second placings tonight. Hasn't been able to crack it for a win. Stephen Davies undefeated coming into this race, and it started off very well for him again. Davies gets the jump down the back section, and again it's Veselin running second.
Oh yes, Veselin, I think we'll see him really work hard here on Stephen Davies. He's chasing hard into turn number 1. Stephen Davies, not to be denied, doing a beautiful job out in front.
Davies has come back to full fitness and great form following a terrible crash at the Brisbane Exhibition Ground in January 1993. Sustained a severely broken pelvis and a long time out of the sport. As you can see, that's him on screen. He's back to his brilliant best, Stephen Davies, being hounded by Veselin down the back section. They're only separated by a couple of metres, 1 lap to run.
Still 1 lap to run, and Stephen Davies there down the main straightaway once again. Vesselin taking the race right up to Davies. And as I said earlier, Vesselin riding, representing Finland, and one of the really fine young talents on the international solo motorcycle scene.
Only about 50 metres now for Stephen Davies to run. Checkered flag on display. He's too good, Stephen Davies. A nice win. Vesselin, all credit due again. A fine ride in second spot, and young Ty Platt wasn't too far away either. Race time 62.22 seconds. Plenty of action and a lot more still to come. Welcome back to the Gosford Showground Speedway. There's been some fabulous speedway racing so far. That will certainly intensify now. This is one of the semi-finals. The first semi-final has already been won by Lee Adams. So still this event and the final to come your way. What a race here. Craig Boyce in yellow on the inside, Ty Platt in white, Shane Parker in blue, and Mick Poole on the extreme outside in red. Racing now, I'll tell you what, 3 of them got away on fairly equal terms, but Craig Boyce emerges quickest. He breaks out and goes straight to the race leader. Mick Poole, Mr. Excitement, searching down on the inside line, and Shane Parker is scraping the boards up high on the racetrack. A great race here.
Well, Craig Boyce in absolutely superb form tonight, but Mick Poole working hard also, and Shane Parker has it all to do back there in 3rd position.
Craig Boyce, one of the best gators in the world. He got an electrifying start. He's very hard to run down once he gets to the front. In fact, not many riders in the world of speedway can catch this guy when he's in this frame of mind. I think you're going to find the job will be too tough for Mick Poole. With all due respect to him, he's a great rider, and he'll keep fighting on. Last lap now, yellow flag on display. Poole in danger now from Shane Parker, who's making a good race out of it for the minor placings. But Craig Boyce has bolted with this one in the second semi-final. Mick Poole, I think, will finish in 2nd spot. Shane Parker should finish in 3rd, but Craig Boyce puts it down and takes it.
Oh, great win there to Craig Boyce. Mick Poole 2nd, Shane Parker coming in 3rd. Race time 62.18 seconds. A great win to Craig Boyce.
Yes, devastating. He's one of the hometown heroes up here at Gosford Showground Speedway as well. Now the one we've been waiting for, the final in the prestigious O'Brien Aluminium Speedway Masters. Lee Adams, triple national champion, returns to the racetrack in red. Mick Poole in yellow, black, Stephen Davies in white, and the other rider is, of course, Craig Boyce.
Well, everything, business end of the night has now arrived. Watch Lee Adams in the red helmet colour.
Set for a start. Tapes fly, horsepower unwinds. Lee Adams gets the front wheel well and truly up off the ground, but he takes the race lead all the way from Mildura. Lee Adams down the back section. Mick Poole is slipping up on the inside of Stephen Davies, who thought he had 2nd place, but Mick Poole slingshots up on the inside and now consolidates that spot.
Oh, that was a good performance there by Mick Poole to slip into 2nd placing, but Lee Adams has absolutely bolted. Rides for the Arena Essex Club in British League 1st Division Racing, and there he is on screen and doing it easily out in front.
Lee Adams, not having just won the last 3 Australian Championships back-to-back, he's also a former winner of the World Under-21 Solo Championship. He was a runner-up in the world's best pairs. A fabulous young talent, Lee Adams, still just 22 years of age, and he's all class. Yellow flag on display now. Poole and Davies still involved in a great battle for 2nd and 3rd. That's what you're looking at now. In the meantime, though, Lee Adams is going to take yet another main event win. Here he comes off turn 4, and Adams across the strike.
A great victory, and Mick Poole will take 2nd. Stephen Davies coming in 3rd. Race time 62 seconds even, and a great performance by Lee Adams, now talking with David Tapp trackside.
Well, another devastating performance for Lee Adams, winner of the 1994 O'Brien Aluminium International Solo Masters. Congratulations, a brand new racetrack. You came to terms with it fairly quickly.
Yeah, it was really good, Dave. Making good starts. Pretty hard, you know, it was a very good field here. Poole and Boyce, and they were all going very good. So, you know, I was pretty pleased to win it, but as I say, it was a difficult night. Fantastic
summer for you. You must be delighted.
Yeah, certainly. Probably the highlight was win my 3rd Australian Championship, and you know, captaining Australia in the Test Series was fantastic. It's just been a very good season for me and all.
Must make you very happy to actually come back home and have a lot of racing on, which is vastly different to what it used to be.
Yeah, certainly. It's just been great. You know, the test was excellent. You know, 5 meetings in 2 weeks. It was just great. You know, I was loving it. It was just like we were in England. But you know, I just hope we can get into it next year and get things rolling. It's been very good this year with the television coverage. It's very good. I just hope.
This program was proudly sponsored by Kartmania in